Hi there, welcome back to another edition of watercoloring stamped images. For today's project, I have used a beautiful stamp by Clearly Besotted. The tulips and the jar are from their stamp set called Spring Blooms, and I really love this particular image because it can be used in a variety of different ways. And today I have I wanted a very faint outline, so I went ahead and stamped it using Distress ink, walnut stain, but instead of stamping it first edition, I went ahead and stamped it off on scratch paper once and then stamped it on watercolor paper. That gives you a very faint outline, just enough for you to paint. At the same time, your end result tends to look like a painting, like a watercolor painting. The stamped image doesn't show, the outlines don't show. So, and that's what I have done for today's project. And the paper is 140 pound Strathmore watercolor paper. The watercolors are by Sakura. It's koi watercolors. I'm using a set of 24 today, and from there I have just gone ahead. I have not dampened the paper, and the paper is not wet to begin with, and I have painted the tulips wet on dry. That is, I'm taking wet brush which is loaded with pigment and going to dry paper, and then smoothing out the edges by going back with a damp brush, which kind of softens the edges and gives it a nice soft hazy look. But for the background, I have definitely used a little bit of water. I have dampened the background and then gone back and layered colors, and I shall come back in a bit and explain that part. So for now, enjoy the tulips. So here I've started to do the background now, and I've just gone back with a damp brush loaded with pigment, and I'm just layering colors and letting them blend and bleed into each other on their own. The best way to do it is to keep working wet on wet and not letting it dry in between layers. That's how you usually achieve hard edges. And if you want that soft blended look, it's very important to keep working wet on wet. And here you can see me lift a little bit of color off the glass vase there, and that's primarily to suggest a little bit of transparency, and that you can do by taking a dry brush to wet pigment, and that acts as a sponge and it lifts the color. And here I'm redefining the tulips, adding a little bit of darks. That's just shading it, and I'm almost ready to call this one done. I really enjoyed doing this video for you, and if you have any particular video that you would like me to make, or a particular stamp set that you would like to see, let me know, and I'll definitely try my best to do it. Thank you so much for joining me today. See you soon then. Bye.